Good morning. Welcome. I am really delighted to have Alexandros with me. Alexandros is a real-world evidence strategist with over 30 years experience in the pharmaceutical industry, having held multiple leadership roles. Alongside this, he's also the founder of Helios Academy, where science meets compassion, an initiative driven by a personal vision to share experience, support others, create a movement across both scientific and leadership communities. He is a graduate from our diploma. He is somebody I absolutely loved working with. I was just saying, because he's so curious, compassionate, interested. So welcome, Alexandros. Thank you so much for giving me your time. So we're going to go back a little bit and just get you to think about that 30 years experience, pharmaceutical, obviously all of your passions, but what made you decide to train as a coach?
It started differently, and actually many things happened the last 3 years. A lot of evolution, I would say, professionally and also personally. So roughly 2-3 years ago, because I have reached in the industry, I'm working in the pharmaceutical industry, a certain level of seniority, then I was starting thinking what exactly I miss in order to go to the next level, to be more an executive manager. And I was aware of some needs, I was aware of some strengths, but I needed the help of a professional to spot any blinded spots, things that I was not aware of, and help me work on those, improve, and increase my chances to be promoted, as I said, to the next role. Through this time, many things happened. So actually, the focus started changing because I started realizing that there is some work to be done. Before we started looking to the next role, some work needs to be done. And that work, it was starting from communication, it was starting from mindset, because I started realizing that I have a very fixed mindset. So I was living in a very safe bubble. Okay, I was not taking risk. I was not doing things outside of this comfort zone that I have created. And the next level, it was also something that from one side I was saying, maybe I deserve it after so many years of work. But I started realizing that somehow I was putting boundaries to myself. I was like this, I was sabotage myself in order not to go there. So I was not stretching me enough. At the same time, because the last years, I also started having people management accountabilities. And because all these sessions with the coaches trigger also an appetite to start reading about psychology. So starting expanding a little bit my view. I started realizing that all this year, I was behaving like a mentor, which is fine. But at the same time, I recognize that I'm not helping the people reporting to me or the people working with me to develop, because I was offering the solution.
Yeah.
And as a coach or following a more approach like a coach, I could be of a better help to them. And again, it is not either or. These are two hats that we need to wear, depends on the occasions. So I started realizing fixed mindset, how I can help better my team. And this is how I started looking into coaching, but not so much because I wanted to become a coach, but because I wanted to develop myself on a personal level.
Thank you so much. And I think, that fixed mindset, we probably all can resonate with that at some element. But I love the fact this was like, I want to be better with my teams. I want to support people more. So you knew then, you've done the psychology, you've done some reading, you've done some personal development that you wanted to train. So what made you choose Optimus?
I came across 2-3 different academies. The way I make the final decision is not very different of the reasons I'm using to make a decision which organization I will be working for. Point one, looking for insights, looking for people that have graduated to tell me. The same with the industry. I'm looking for people working there to tell me for the culture. At the time I had a coach, so I was also asking about the certificate, what I get out of the different programs.
Yeah.
So they didn't give me the answer, of course, because they have been coaches, but they helped me also probably to understand what is matching better to me. Then it's something that I have, for many years, I was not counting on, I was not listening. There is an inner voice. This is the gut feeling, we say, right? And being mathematician, always I was saying proudly, actually, that I'm a fact-based person. I make decisions based on facts. I have even said that on an interview. When they said, "Are you using your feelings?" I said, "No way. Business decisions based on facts." And I realized, again, the last 3 years, that this is so wrong. Because sometimes the first impression you have is the correct one, particularly if you are on a crossroad and you don't know, is option A or option B. Go with the first feeling. And the first feeling I had when I started now interacting and being invited or 30-minute session or 1 hour discussion with the different providers, let's say, with the different academies, the first feeling I had discussing with Optimus, it was completely different. The body language, the program, the details, what someone needs in order to graduate, the practical sessions, the fact that I had to register a minimum number of hours as a coach. So all that helped me to make my decision. And certainly I have not regretted it since then.
I love it. We're even getting you to look at your intuition in that part. So she chose us. So grateful that you did. What was your experience on the course?
Unique, Ruth. And I'm not here in order to make compliments. I'm here because I like to take the opportunity of the stage you are giving to me to speak about not only Optimus, but also how powerful the coaching is. I can give you some examples. At the very beginning and at the introduction, you did refer to Ilios Academy, right? Yeah. Guess what? It started in November during the course. And this is an idea that I have years. And when I was discussing with the coaches I had years ago, when they have been asking me, why don't you go for it? I was like, it's late. And they have been telling me, we can tell you that we have clients older than you that they have made a second career. I was listening, I was trusting, I was not going for it. Again, this bubble, safety, security. The academy came overnight because my mindset started changing. Okay, I was trying more. I was like, okay, what is the worst case scenario? You invest some money, you do something that you love, you believe that you will be successful, but even if you fail, you learn something out of it. So this is one of the things. The other who helped me a lot is how I started communicating. Communication was never my strength because English is not my native language, because I'm also a mathematician. My mentor in the past was saying, as a mathematician, I need 20 words to communicate. This is what he was telling me. So what I learned from the course is that ask what you want to ask as an open-end question. The way I was communicating until that day, until that time, before I started the course, it was based on facts and statements. I was leading the other to agree or disagree. There was no dialogue. It's either you agree or disagree. It's fact. This is as it is. So I changed that style. I start thinking in a more open-end questions way, and that helped me a lot. Helped me at work, because in the company I'm working since November, I see that management is listening better. Management is giving me the stage more often as a communicator. And the reason of that is how I phrase my questions, how I say the things I say. But even more importantly, I improved as a father. As a father, I have this old-fashioned style that your child is coming to you, and because you have 40 years difference in my case, you know everything. So the moment he started telling you what matters to my daughter, to her in this case, for me, oh, I have the answer. And I start a monologue of 20 minutes. There is no discussion. I'm losing her. Stop listening. And I don't know what she's doing next. And probably she's not coming back to me again because I behave as a mentor. So I started changing that. So I was like, why is that matters to you? Why is it important? Why you think you acted this way? And then we go down to the root of the problem. And then she's engaging, and then she's finding answers, and then she's realizing things that she didn't know until that time. So huge benefit professionally, personally. That's why going towards the end of the course, when we have been asked how you find it, I was talking for transformation. For me, it was a real transformation from where I have been and where I ended within the few months' time.
And I'm smiling so much because I just remember talking about your daughter so much as well, and how much that meant to you, and just seeing that change, like professionally, but also that transformation. So you've kind of said already that you've got a new role in November, but what are you doing now? So you've got your contracted role, but what's going on with Helios Academy now?
Well, I have both activities. I work as an employee in the pharmaceutical industry as of November. I have Helios Academy in parallel. It's a side job because my main occupation is in the pharma. It's a demanding job. It's a job I love too much, and my profession as well. That's why I'm doing that for so many years, and I don't plan to change direction as long as it is in my power. With Helios Academy, the decision was made in November. It was registered in November. I did launch my platform 23rd of March, so it's still new. There is some traffic. I communicate daily in social media. There are people that express interest. As I said, it started as a hobby. It started as a hobby. So I'm not stressed how far I go and how much I succeed. I do something that I like. I do something that is sharing knowledge with the people around me. It gives me the opportunity to give a stage to myself and say the things I believe. How important they are or less important for others, it doesn't matter again. But I have the stage and I can communicate my beliefs on our science, on the industry, on the patients that we are supporting, etc. So it's really fulfilling. And in parallel, I look also to work as a coach, and the reason of that, I mentioned before that it started as a personal development, but during the sessions that I had as a coach or even as a coachee, I realized that what you feel after having a discussion with someone is so fulfilling. So I remember, because I have scheduled these meetings after work, so they have been relatively late. And I remember going to bed and I was so pleased, so light. Even, no matter if I was coaching someone and I was helping someone to change its perspective or the feelings or the mood that person had, or me being coached by someone, because it was feeling so lighter, much lighter than before. So I started feeling well. I started feeling good with myself. And this is also why I'm looking also to work on this field selectively. I don't have the time. There are many now, as you see, many commitments that I have made, but selectively, because if you can help someone, why not?
I believe that too. I believe that too. So I love the fact that you're using it professionally, personally. So in your role, got Helios Academy, that personal transformation. So what would you say to someone who was considering doing the training like you did?
Oh, it's a no-brainer for me. These people shouldn't have a second thought. And this is also the reason why I was happy seeing your invitation for this interview and for giving me the stage, because I wanted also from the stage to convey that a message to everyone that, I mean, go for it. And there is not a clear understanding of the majority of the people of what is coaching, what a coach is expected to do. And I see that even now, because people are approaching me as a coach and at a very late stage, looking for answers, looking for solutions, helping to find a job, help me to format my CV, reactive behaviors. In my opinion, we should work on ourselves. And this is a journey that doesn't end as long as we live. And as an example, I can say that it's not by chance that all the industries I have been, I mean, all the companies I used to work, that they make a huge investment of training the associates, bringing coaches / psychologists and trainers, because they want to change the culture, because they want to change the way we think, because they want to change the way we work together. They want to create this one team. And this is so lovely. So they make an investment. So if these big organizations, they cut budget from traveling, from congresses, but at the same time invest budget on coaches, so probably something good is happening there, right? And I remember I took part in one of those. I mean, I took part because it was mandatory. In one company made a huge investment, trained all people managers. That means 5,000, 1/3 of the field force of the company was trained. So somehow, at a point, I challenged the coach and I said, well, if the top of the pyramid doesn't change mindset, then for what type of transformation are we talking here, right? Everything depends on them. And the answer was, no, this is not true. And she did refer to the French Revolution. She said it started from the people. So not everything is top down. Many things are also bottom up. So we train all of you in order to change the culture in a bottom up fashion. So I invite everyone to invest on themselves, to read, to take this type of courses, because if we become better, our working environment is better, our families are better, and the society will become better. We don't need to wait others to change things for us. We can be part of the change.
Oh my gosh, you've just got me on that. Alexandros, thank you so much. And we can, like, this is, you know, that I believe this too, that if we all were able to have this training and understand ourselves, we'd have better relationships, we'd have a better society. The world would be a better place. And I think that's what we both
certainly want. 100%.
So if you want to find out more about the course, it's Optimus Coach Academy. Alexandros, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you too.